Hey, this is Linda West with Living Life. I help women entrepreneurs discover their value and share their voice with the world. This is so personally close to me because I didn't know I had any value until I was 51 years old. So I love helping people do that. Today, we're going to talk about a product. It's called Repurpose. And the founder of Repurpose, Hani Mourra, is going to come on to share with us what Repurpose is, how you can use it for your business. If you do podcasts, if you do videos, Repurpose will automatically send your stuff over to other platforms. So for example, I use Repurpose for my videos. All my videos, I do the interviews here on Living Life Inc. Facebook page, and automatically, without me having to do anything at all, they automatically get sent over to YouTube. So with all of the information that I had in the like in the description above, all that stuff goes on over to YouTube. I don't even have to look at it. So if this is something that interests you, please stick around. Plus, Hani's going to introduce us to a new feature that's rolling out. I haven't seen it at all. I have no idea what it is. And it just like literally today popped up, and it's like available. Well, not available, but we're going to see the demo today. So welcome to the show, Hani Mourra.
Hello. Hi, Linda. How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, I'm doing great, Hani. I love what you do, and the reason I love it is because time is such a valuable piece of our lives, right? And you make it so we can cut down time on a lot of things when it comes to social media, especially. And so I want you to share with us like what Repurpose is and why you decided to create it.
Yeah, well, the idea of repurposing content excites me because you're taking something that you create one time, whether it's podcast, whether it's a video that you put on Facebook, whether it's a live stream, and just sending it out to different platforms. And the whole point of doing this is you want to get your content across different platforms because people hang out on different places. People hang out on Instagram, people hang out on LinkedIn, some of your audience hang out on YouTube, etc. So you want to be on all those platforms. It's such a pain to do it manually. So Repurpose is a platform that allows you to automate that. I mean, fully automate pretty much everything, all the content distribution from one platform to the other, and also from one format to the other, from audio to video, video to audio. We'll talk more about that. But the inspiration was me when I got started. It was all about creating an automation tool that helped me. I'm a software guy. I'm also a video guy. So I was doing a lot of videos back in the day. And I was also blogging a lot. So I wanted to create an automation tool to help me get my content onto my blog automatically. So that was kind of my first little hack of putting an automation together. And I liked the idea. And to kind of fast forward maybe 7 years later, the idea of creating content intimidates people, especially people in business. So they don't have time to be creating content and uploading it here and uploading it there. And the value is in your content. So I guess, to be honest, like the whole idea of Repurpose, I don't want to say I can't take the credit. It was built upon users and friends and customers just giving me feedback saying, can you build this, after they saw some of my previous tools? So it's really entrepreneurs, content creators who want to create content and don't want to waste time uploading and downloading to different platforms.
So have you always been the kind of person that, looks at problems and tries to solve them, or was this something that was kind of new for you?
No, I've always been like that. I've always been, how do I make my life simple and by automating as much as I can? And I don't mean automating the human aspect of things. I mean automating the boring, monotonous, complete waste of time, like downloading a file, uploading a file, converting a file. Those tasks are not a good use of anyone's time. So I've always been excited about the idea of, I've always wanted to build this tool that does what Repurpose does now. But I never really had incentive until kind of people were telling me, hey, we need this tool in this industry. We're content creators. So I'm kind of glad that I got that push from users. And I'm kind of glad, I'm really happy where we are now, especially with what's rolling out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you just announced to me, happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah, it's been just over 2 years, and it went by so fast. I've been doing automation software for WordPress and other platforms, and but Repurpose, this new platform, Repurpose, is just over 2 years old now. It's really exciting, and I feel it's just the beginning. There's so much more coming.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's interesting. I interviewed you probably close to 2 years ago, pretty much after your launch. And oh my, it's so exciting because I was doing exactly what you're talking about, Hani, except I wasn't doing it all the time. So I would do a video and then everybody was like, oh, you need to download it and put it up on YouTube. So I found myself going through my videos every once in a while. I would download some of them and upload them. And then I would, take chunks because it was so daunting. And then when I installed repurpose on my computer, and literally, you guys, it is crazy. If you have, videos on your page and you want them to be repurposed somewhere, what happens is literally you download this, you buy this software and then you set it up to repurpose to the other location. So mine was from my Living Life Inc. page, repurposing automatically to YouTube. So I had hundreds of videos. So what happened was as I went ahead and signed up for the program, and I said, repurpose from here to there, I hit this button and I could see everything uploading to YouTube. It was so crazy cool. I didn't have to go back and upload all the ones that I had done before because repurpose automatically even went into the old ones. And now, after I'm done here today, this video will automatically be uploaded to YouTube. So Hani, thank you for saving me hours and hours of frustration and aggravation.
Oh, my pleasure. I love when I hear people tell me these stories because, when you build something, it's a lot of work, a lot of effort, and you have a vision in your head, but you always wonder, is it really helping people? Like, I know it solves my problem, but it's helping others. But the more feedback I hear, it's so rewarding. Like just to see people saving a ton of time and just saving time is one thing, but also more motivated to create more content. Because if you don't have to do a million things after you create your content, then you just focus your energy on creating your content, whether you're doing it live or recording a video or recording an audio. You just focus on that, and then that repurpose will take over and do the rest. That gives you it's almost freeing. Like it's like, all right, I'm just gonna focus on one thing, which is the most important thing, which is the content.
Right, creating the content, because nobody can create your people can create your content for you, but it doesn't have your voice, right? It doesn't have who you are. And if you're trying, like for me, my business is masterminding and coaching. And so because of that, if you were writing the content for me, Hani, you wouldn't attract to me the people who resonate with me because I'm not writing my own content.
Right. Yeah. That's your magic power, right? You deliver, create the content the way you know it and the way your audience resonates with you. So you can't simulate that part, but the rest of it, downloading it, uploading it, going from audio to video, video to audio, that stuff anybody can do. You can hire someone to do it, or you can use a piece of software that will automate it for you.
Yeah, and that was a good point there because originally, before I heard of repurpose, I had considered hiring a virtual assistant to do that for me, to download the videos and to upload them and to do any of the work in between. And when I heard about repurpose, I was like, oh my God, this is a no-brainer, because you would pay hundreds of dollars a month to a virtual assistant, whereas the cost of repurpose is minuscule compared to that. So first of all, if you're interested in looking at repurpose and checking it out, Hani's going to tell us some of the features and how amazing repurpose is, but go to livinglifeinc.com/repurpose, head on over there and check it out. So Hani, I know that there's a surprise you're going to share with us. You're going to show us like something that you're launching, but then also, why don't you tell us like, why should somebody use repurpose?
Yeah. So, let's take it one step further. Why should you repurpose? I think we talked about it in the beginning. Repurposing means putting content on different platforms. It's a given. To me, you want to reach as many people as you can with your message, with your content. So putting it on different platforms in different formats, meaning blog posts, meaning audio, meaning video. Put them on different platforms in different formats just to reach as many possible people. And to be honest with you, like, people consume content in different ways. People like audio, people like reading, people like watching videos, people like watching on their phone, people listen to podcasts while they're walking. So by being out there and available on different platforms, people will find you, people can consume your content easier. And then, so why use a tool to do it? And we talked about hiring a virtual assistant. That's definitely an option. There's definitely an option. But the whole idea with repurpose is It's simple enough to set up yourself. So you don't need someone to hire someone to set it up. And it's automated. So you don't need to manage it, babysit it. You can have full automation, which I'll show how that works as well a little bit later on. Or you can have it set up to be kind of like semi-automated, meaning you set things up, and then whenever you're ready, you can log in, click a one button, and then the video will go from one platform to the next. So you have that level of flexibility. So kind of the advantage of hiring somebody to do it is you don't have to manage them. The tool, is super easy to set up and super easy to use. And like I said, it could be automated.
Yeah, I remember when I interviewed you back on, like again, almost 2 years ago, you came up with this phrase, and it was because there's that set it and forget it guy, right? But yours was set it up and forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah. It's so true.
It really is. Yeah. It's really one of those things
Yeah.
you set up once, and then you can turn on the auto switch. We have literally a switch that's called auto. You turn that on, and then the magic just happens, which means, like you said, after this live, for example, within maybe 30 minutes to an hour, you'll just go to YouTube, and that's because you set that rule in the system, and he'll just do it, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. And it's very easy. That's what I liked about it too. Everything was very simple. So thanks for making it simple, because I'm sure you could have made it complicated, but you didn't.
I try. I'm always all my life. I've always been not known. I've been told that I have a good way of taking complex things and either explaining it or making them simpler to use. So I've always tried to apply that to my software as well.
That's cool. I love it. But so Amy says, this rocks. And then Jessica says, all I have to do now is make videos.
Yes, yes. That is it. That's the thing.
Now tell her why she should make videos. Tell her why she should make videos.
Yeah, I honestly, like, if you're a content, like if you have a business, or even don't have a business, if you're going to create content, I honestly, now with having a tool like Repurpose, I would make video your number one, like your source. And the reason is because you want to get videos more engaging on platforms, obviously like Facebook and YouTube. So you can get them on there, you get people watching. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. You can get on platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn as well. But you can also turn them into audios automatically. So you can instantly have a podcast basically from your video. So we can take your video as soon as you're done uploading it or streaming it, and turn that into an audio podcast and upload that to your podcast host. And then all of a sudden you just made one video and upload it to Facebook, for example. And then Repurpose will take that, put it onto YouTube, take that, upload it as an audio to your podcast platform, take that, make some cool videos that can go on Instagram, which is what I'm going to show a little bit later on. And then put them on LinkedIn. And then, so it does all that process of getting the videos for you, and then not always uploading it. I don't want to make you believe we can't upload to Instagram directly, but we can make really cool videos that are compatible with Instagram, especially Instagram TV, which is kind of our coolest feature, our newest feature coming out in a few weeks. So when you start with video, you kind of have more options to be on more platforms.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great way to connect with your audience as well, right? Because, I've been doing videos for years, and people get to see my real personality. And that's the thing that I love most about live videos as opposed to pre-recorded videos. And I know, there's the pre-recorded videos have their time and place, but I believe if you want to make honest to God, like real connections with people, that live video is the way to go, besides being in a networking event where you're talking to them one-on-one. But doing live video, I have an opportunity to meet people in different countries. Like right now, Jessica, she's actually in a different country. And so for her to be able to hop on and have a conversation with us while we're live, I really think I'm a huge proponent of live video, because Hani, live video actually changed my life by giving me confidence that I never knew I had. And if it weren't for all the live videos I've done, I don't think I would have. I think I'd still be back where I was, almost 5 years ago when I first started doing videos. So like really, anybody who's like, I can't do that because people will this, people will that, forget about those people, because it's not about that. It's about the message you have to deliver. It's
Yes.
about, it's so much more than like the way my hair looks. I don't like the way my hair looks today, but you know what? I said, you know what? This is not about my hair. This is about me coming out and doing this and providing this powerful, amazing tool that Hani has created for us. So anyway, well,
Yeah, no, I'm glad you mentioned that. I don't want to kind of deviate the
yeah, of
conversation
course,
too
please.
much, but live video is honestly easier once you get over that your own
Yes.
internal fear, because you don't have to script anything or kind of have this fake environment. You just go natural conversation. It's live. People expect mistakes. People expect you to stutter, and you just kind of go with it. It's live. So it's almost like the expectation of perfection goes down from your viewer a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel more relaxed going live because, hey, it's live. It's like having a one-on-one conversation. And obviously you have to prepare. You can't just go up and just ramble about whatever. You got to have an idea, a topic in mind, but you don't have to worry about perfection. Because I know when I make videos, I'm like, oh, take one. No, I don't like how I look this way for a second. And then the video never gets done because it's like, oh no, I can't get it right. And then you have to edit it. So you don't have none of that when you go live. You just go live. Content.
That's a good point about that too, right? Because like take one, take two, take three. And if you think about it, that's time in your life that you'll never get back. It's because you were so worried about being perfect with this. And that's I believe that's one of the problems with pre-recording is that it really, when you do pre-recordings, it's almost as if you have to be perfect, especially now in the day of live video, because it's almost like people are judging you if it's pre-recorded, watching everything. But when you're live, people know that, like, if my dogs start barking on my videos, I'm like, oh, my dogs agree with me. I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to cut them out because I can't, because it's live. And so I think I like what you said about that, because really audience is more forgiving when you're doing a live video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can go on and on about live videos, but
live video rocks. So
yes, live video rocks.
That's the way
well,
to go.
Hani, so what do you want to share with us? Do you want to share with us where do you want to share with us today?
Yeah, I mean, I can go over repurpose quickly, just kind of the high level, how it works, and then show you a little sneak peek of some new features that we're rolling out.
Or a new sneak leak.
Leak. What is sneak leak? What did I call it? When I messaged you, I called it a leak.
We got a leak.
We got a leak in the system. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. And
if anybody has any questions while Hani is going through this, please drop them in the comments so that we can address them, especially while we're live here. So drop them in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you can just pop them on the screen and let me know, and then I'm happy to pause.
Definitely.
And that's the magic window. We'll just do that. Okay, we're good. Can you see my repurpose screen, Linda?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm logged into repurpose. This is our test server because I wanted to show you what's coming up in our new feature. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about kind of overall how repurpose works, like the idea behind how the software is structured. So there's kind of two areas inside the repurpose. So repurpose is a web app, meaning it's all based on your browser. There's no software to download. You don't need a WordPress site. You don't need any site. It's literally an online tool you log into, create your account, and just get started. So once you're logged in, you won't see these two. This is an existing account, so ignore this for a second. And I'm going to jump over to on the left side called connections. So the idea is we have things called connections and workflows. So connections, all it means is basically your YouTubes, your Facebook, basically your accounts on social media or platforms similar. For example, if you have a podcast, we call it a connection. So you can add your podcast to our system. We're not downloading your podcast or you're not uploading to our system. All you do is you just put your iTunes link or your podcast feed. If you have your podcast, you know what a feed is. So you just add that to our system. It's a one-time thing. If you want to go Facebook, you can choose Facebook and then add that connection. So all it does is just give us permission to upload videos to Facebook on your behalf and get videos on your behalf as well. So it just gives the software access to your Facebook, to your SoundCloud, if you have a SoundCloud. We have a whole bunch of different connections. I'm not going to go over every single one, but kind of the main ones that you want to connect up first are Basically, if you have a podcast already, you do an audio content, you want to hook that up. I'm going to assume you don't, or at least I'm not going to talk about it right away. I'm going to talk about video content. So the two things you want to make sure you have hooked up are your Facebook and your YouTube. So I've already hooked them up, but basically I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. You add connection, you give it a name. I'm going to say, test YouTube account, whatever you want. It's just a name for you. Hit connect, it pops up, and it asks you just to choose your YouTube account and say accept. So all you're doing is just basically authenticating, allowing the software to access your YouTube account so we can upload videos. So when we do the same thing for Facebook, again, I'm not going to do it. We click add connection, and you're basically done. You don't have to come back to the connections page again. It's a one-time setup here. So nothing's happened yet. All we've done is we just connected YouTube and Facebook to the software. The next thing is workflows. So workflows are basically, think about it as rules. Like, what do you want the system to do? So the most obvious one, if you're doing Facebook Lives, is, let's say it's, so Facebook Live, we're going to go from Facebook to YouTube. Let's take that example. I'm just, give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn this do not disturb on so we don't get interrupted, I should say. Okay, so let me recap again. So workflows are the rules. So a rule says, I want you to take something, i.e. Facebook video, and upload it to YouTube. So I'm going to make that workflow right now, just to walk you through the steps. So it's got basically, the first step is to give it a name. So I'm going to give it any name I want, really. So I'm just going to say FB2YT. This is just for you to know what it is. The second thing it's going to ask you is what do you want to do? What's your input? Like, what's your starting point? I'm going to say take Facebook Live videos. And I'm going to, if you have multiple accounts hooked up to the system, you can choose them. Otherwise, it asks you if you want to use your personal profile, your group, or your page. So we can take content from your group, from your main personal feed, or from any page that you're an administrator for. So I'm just going to take page, for example. And when I do that, it shows me all my pages that I'm admin for. I'm just going to pick repurpose.io and say next. So next thing is, what's my action? What do I want it to do? I want, in this case, I'm going to YouTube. So I want it to upload the video. Now, if I was turning this into a podcast, I have the option to convert the video into an audio, which is cool. I'm not going to show that, but this step is just showing you what your action is. In our case, to go from Facebook to YouTube, I'm just going to upload the video. This is part of the new feature. I'm not going to ruin the surprise yet. So right now it says full episode. You won't see that now. You'll see that coming up soon. So let's just leave that as it is for now. I'll come back to that. And lastly, where do I want to send this video? So I'm taking it from Facebook. Where do I want to send it? Well, I want to send it to my YouTube account. So I pick YouTube. If you have a playlist set up already on your YouTube account, you can choose it from here. Otherwise, you can create your own or just upload it to no playlist. So that's what I'm going to do for now. So I'm going to say create workflow. So what I just did, I created this workflow here, Facebook to YouTube. So there's no limit on the number of workflows you can create. So I can make another one. I have one here called podcast to YouTube, and I have one called Facebook video to vertical. I can make as many of these as I want with different inputs and different outputs. So this workflow, I'm not going to go into all the settings really, but I'm just going to show you. When you click view videos, it shows you all your live videos that you've ever done on this page. I've only done one on this live video on this page itself, but if you had more, you'll see them all. And it's literally as simple as clicking publish. I hit publish. It pops up. It kind of pulls in all the content automatically, the title, description, etc. So you don't usually change anything, but if you wanted to, you can tweak the description that you want to appear on YouTube and hit publish now. And after a few minutes, it goes into queue. Sorry, a few seconds, it goes into queue, and then after a few minutes, it starts processing. Simple as that. And that's how you kind of publish a single video. Now, what I always recommend is do it one time first, manually, i.e. like click the publish button, make sure it goes to the right YouTube account, make sure you're happy with everything. And then what you can do, if you come back here, you can turn this publish mode into auto. So it pops up, are you sure you want to add all your content to the queue? So auto does two things. Auto will take every single video you've ever uploaded on that page, live video, and send it to YouTube. And also going forward, let's say tomorrow I go live, I never have to log into repurpose. It finds a new video on that page and it gets to work automatically. So that's the magic of auto right here, is that once you've published one video and you're happy with the way things are set up, just turn on auto, never have to log in again. And if you want to go into more advanced options, we can go into the settings here. You can do cool things like, for example, you add some call to action text in the description. I don't want to go into too much detail. You can upload an intro, outro video file so that we can add that to the beginning or the end of your video. So for example, we can take a video from Facebook, add a little intro into it before we send it to YouTube.
How long should that video be, the intro and outro?
That's a great question. I don't think there's a hard limit, but you want to keep it, I don't know, under a minute-ish. I don't think there's a physical limit on the system, but you probably, if you're under a minute, you should be okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's a great question, actually. And then you can also do an outro file as well. Stick something at the end. Again, these are optional. You don't have to. You can just take the video, send it as it is. I don't want to go into all the settings, but one thing I wanted to mention is, let's say you didn't want all your videos to go live. You wanted them, to go to YouTube. You can tell it to only take videos starting from, let's say, April 1st onwards. So it's not going to take anything before April 1st. So if you're not comfortable with, like, let's say you have old videos, you don't want them on YouTube, or you've already uploaded to YouTube yourself, you can set it up so that it ignores those videos, and anything after April 1st, it'll automatically go to YouTube. You can even do cool things like hashtags, meaning that you can set up certain hashtags that will tell our system, hey, if you see this hashtag in my description, only upload that video to YouTube. So you can get really creative. I don't want to overwhelm you, but the whole idea is you can set it up to automatically take content, and you also have some filters here or settings that will let it limit the amount of automation it does.
I do have a question that before you go further, I saw that you could automatically repurpose your videos to your Dropbox or to Dropbox. Mm-hmm. Is Google Drive an option that is going to be added at some point?
It's there already, actually. Yeah, it's a great question. Google Drive is there. You can add a Google Drive connection, and then it'll give you the option in the dropdown. When you make a workflow, it'll tell you, hey, you want to send it to YouTube or Dropbox or Google Drive. So yeah, it's a great question.
That's cool. I can see that being used. Like, for example, I have a private online group, right, where my mastermind is. And I do trainings in that mastermind group, and I do live trainings, and I can actually repurpose them so that they go over to Google Drive, so that in case something happens to Facebook, I have them over there in Drive also. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. You can do your training on Facebook Live in your private group, and then set up a workflow or a rule that says, hey, every time there's a new video in my private group, send me a copy to my Dropbox or to my Google Drive. Yeah, you can do that. You can do so much. Like this, I can like spend a long time going through every single combination, but it's awesome. We've added a lot of cool stuff, but I just wanted to kind of show the basic, just going to give you a feel how it works. So connections are your accounts, your social accounts, your Facebooks, your YouTube, even a Dropbox or a SoundCloud or a podcast feed. Those are all called connections. You add them one time, and then you can make as many rules or workflows, we call them, as you want. Let's say, what's the end? Like, what content are you taking? What action are you doing? Are you taking audio to video, or you're just taking the audio as it is, or the video as it is? And where do you want to send the final product? So that's kind of the gist of how repurpose works. And we can go crazy. Like, I can make hundreds. Well, I wouldn't do hundreds, but I can do as many workflows as I want to send content from Facebook to my Dropbox, convert them to audios. Let's say you have your mastermind group, and you want to make audio versions for them so they can download later. So you can do that. Send the audio to your Dropbox or to your Google Drive.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so it's almost, I want to say unlimited because there is some sort of limit, but wow, that's really awesome. Does it also do like transcription of the audio?
not no, we don't offer a direct transcription, but that's kind of, you're leading into my sneak leak here, my
Oh,
sneak surprise. We have we have, well, I don't want to. Okay, let me just show it. How about that?
okay.
Basically, let me just show you what we can do with something related to transcription. So
Well, Jessica
let's.
said, this is so cool. I love it. You made it so easy, which is so true, Jessica. And then Ayub says, hey, well, then Jessica, I'm not worried about being perfect and not afraid to do videos. I have too many ideas and can't pick one topic. Ooh, do you want to just talk about that really, really quick, Hani? Like, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, my thoughts are, if you're doing content, kind of like pick a general topic or general area. Like for me, it's like content creation and repurposing. That's kind of my thing. That's what I know. I can live it, eat it, breathe it, everything, right? So when I create content, I like to just focus on one problem or pain point of somebody who's interested in content creation and just talk about that in the video. So stay within the same realm of information. Like if you're talking about personal training or you're talking about nutrition, whatever your topic is, stay within that realm. But also each video, just talk about one subject. Don't try to cram too much in there. And if you have an audience of any point, like you have a group or a page or email list, ask them. Just ask, what do you want to know more about or learn about? And then if you're not getting any feedback there, just put out content and see which ones get more views or more engagement, i.e. likes or shares, that kind of stuff. So, use old content to decide what's kind of working and what's not working, and do more of that. Do more of those topics.
Yeah. And then also think about the end result that you want. Like what would be your purpose for doing the videos, right? So if you have a business, you want to make sure that it's driving people to your business. So if it's just to randomly do videos, I did videos for 3.5 years that were completely 100% random because I had no purpose. I was doing them because I was fulfilling an obligation or a promise to somebody. So that was the whole reason I did them. So yeah, really think about like, what's your purpose for doing these videos? Where do I want to drive people? Especially if you have a business, really, really trust us. Doing live videos is where it's at because that's where you're going to make the biggest connections with your audience. So awesome. She says, thank you for that. Okay, cool. So Hani, you're going to make a big reveal?
Yeah, let's just do it. So let me ask a question before I get into the reveal. If anybody out there has a podcast right now, an audio-based podcast, I can quickly show kind of how to take an audio file from your podcast and turn that into a video. So one thing about podcasting, audio is great platform, but how do you get an audio content onto channels like YouTube, onto Instagram, onto Facebook even? Like how can someone consume your podcast on Facebook? So the only way to do that is to convert it to a video. So let's just show that before I jump into it.
Send them the link to your podcast on Facebook.
Yeah, you can send them but Facebook does not like that. Facebook doesn't want people to leave their platform, right? They want people to consume content on their platform. So does Instagram, so does LinkedIn. So the only way to do this is to upload a video natively to that platform, like i.e. upload a video to Facebook or upload a video to Instagram TV or to LinkedIn. So let me just show you how that works really quick. So that's probably one of the first. This is actually a feature that's been around for a while. So this is not the new feature. The new feature is even cooler. But I wanted to focus on podcasters right now and people who primarily create audio content first. So
Hani, I don't have a podcast and I keep thinking about it, but I haven't taken any action on it. And I think it's because I'm not sure what the purpose of it is. Our podcast is a great way to bring people to create an audience. I guess my question.
It's a new audience. So think of them as people who don't sit in front of their phones and watch videos. people who are more on the go, people who are consuming content while they're walking their dog or they're at the gym or going for their walks. So people who can't sit in front of their phone or their computer are not on there often, but you still want to be able to reach them and make your content accessible to them. And the beauty of a podcast is once you create it, and you can submit it to directories like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and which is awesome because somebody can grab their phone and subscribe to you. And what that means is every time you put a new episode out, their phone buzzes, boop, oh, Linda's got a new episode. So you don't even need to let them know. It's the new episode just shows up on their phone and under their podcast app to listen to it. So podcasting has a kind of unique I guess it's not that unique, but it's a nice notification system. When people subscribe to you, they get automatically notified of new episodes. My probably the most consumed content is via audio. Like when I go for my walks in the morning, go for about an hour walk, headphones are in, I'm listening to podcasts. When I go to the gym, I don't listen to music, I listen to podcasts. And you can't consume video while you're working out or going for a walk. Well, you can, but it's dangerous. So
driving, right? While you're driving.
Yeah, forget about it. Yeah, you don't want to be watching your screen. So definitely consider don't start new content for your podcast. Take a few episodes that you already created that you know are audio friendly, meaning you're not doing a screen share or sharing anything that requires a visual aid. Take some of those and publish them as podcasts. It could be, you can Google how to start a podcast, but really it's as simple as signing up to a podcast host. We integrate directly with Libsyn. It's Libsyn. But you can use SoundCloud. I don't recommend it, but I would recommend Libsyn for now, probably if you're just getting started. And think of it as like a YouTube where you have an account on Libsyn, you upload an audio file there, and then you have an episode there. And then I don't want to get to confuse people too much about podcasting. Unless people want to learn more about it, I'm happy to kind of hop on and do a whole session on podcasting and how to start a podcast. That could be another whole training we do together. But the whole idea it's a little different than video, but essentially you're uploading a file to a system, and then once things are set up on that system, then all your subscribers get notified automatically on iTunes or Spotify or wherever they listen to their podcast. So it's really cool.
Would you guys like Hani to come back and do an episode where he shows us how to set up a podcast? Go ahead and put yes in the comments below.
Yeah.
So, awesome. So Dulcinea says, awesome.
All right.
Okay. So Hani, the big reveal.
All right. So before the big reveal, let me just show you what an audio podcast looks like as a video. So I'm going to take my podcast feed, convert it into a video. So I'm just going to choose audio podcast. This is my podcast I connected earlier. I'm going to say convert the audio into a video. Perfect. And this time I'm going to send it to my Dropbox just so that I can show you what it looks like. Now, the cool thing is you can do this for the whole episode, or you can do this for a snippet. It can be 30 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever you want. So you have the option to do that. But this demo here, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So we have 3 styles of video: horizontal, vertical.
Oh, wait. So you, bring us up here. Okay.
Yeah.
If I heard you correctly. You just said that we can take we can have only portions of it go into a video. Is that correct?
Yes. So
create teaser videos.
Yeah. So you can take, let's say, a really interesting part of your episode, create of your audio podcast. Let's say that's your primary source. You have an audio clip. You have an audio podcast. You load it up into our system. And you can choose 30 second, 1 minute, 2 minute clip kind of to tease what the podcast episode is about, and upload that to YouTube, or just send it to your Dropbox and use it kind of anywhere you want.
Okay, sorry to stop you there, but I don't think I could have gone on had I not asked that question.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm probably might be going a little bit fast, but because I want to get to the big reveal. But But I want to just show you what it looks like. So if I hit preview, our system is template based, which means you design your own template or pick one of our templates, which means a background image essentially. And we automatically add the title. We add this moving waveform, and we add your podcast, what they call it, podcast cover art, which is basically your an album art. When you buy a CD back in the day, you have an album art on it. That's something that you upload to your podcast system. So there's no manual intervention to make these videos. You just add a podcast feed to our system, which is basically a link to our system, and we generate your entire videos. So if you don't have a podcast, you might not be following exactly what I'm saying when I say podcast feed, but just think of it as a link that has all your episodes in it. And your podcast host will give you that link. You just copy and paste it into our system as a connection, and then we do everything automatically. So when I go here, I say view videos. This is all my episodes.
All your podcast episodes.
All my audio episodes, yeah. And I can just hit publish, and it'll make it into a video.
Wow.
And it'll take a few seconds, and then I just refresh the page. It's processing, and then in a few seconds, it'll just have a video sitting in my Dropbox, for example, because this is what I told it to do. I can go straight to YouTube. I can do a little teaser and send it directly as a video to Twitter. I didn't talk about Twitter, but we do have a Twitter connection, so you can send content to Twitter. So yeah, we can spend like a whole day talking about every single connection, but I really encourage you to go try it out. We have a free trial on that link. You can try it out and kind of explore all the different capabilities before you decide.
It's so amazing, you guys. I'm so glad that I met you, first of all, but trying out this product, it really, like I said, it saved me tons of hours, and you never get that time back. Yes. So yeah.
Okay, I'll let that go. So let me go to the new feature. So what I talked about here is we take audio clips, or full episodes or an audio clip to tease out to your audience. So people love that. It's great. But what if you're a video person, right? What if you're a video person that's making lives? How do you make teaser clips? So this is what we added, the ability to do the same thing, basically take a live stream and make a teaser video out of it.
Automatically,
and make it into this new engaging style that I'm seeing a lot of lately, like the Gary V's and all these people putting out content. These style of videos that have a kind of headline on top and then the captions going across the bottom.
Yes.
So we can do that with basically at one click with repurpose.
Wow. Well, that's awesome.
So I'm gonna just give you a quick warning. There's one step you need to do. So the flow would go something like this: you go live on Facebook, or you upload a video on Facebook. So the key is to start on Facebook, right? And Facebook, and the key is to actually do it on your Facebook page. And the reason is, I don't know if you've noticed it. I don't know if it's a new feature. Maybe I just noticed it a few months ago, but you have the ability for Facebook to generate transcripts for you. Sorry, not transcripts, captions for you. Have you seen that? Linda, have you noticed that at all?
I know it can do transcripts, but I haven't noticed it as being a simple thing to...
Yeah, it's actually really simple. So if you go onto your Facebook page, when you upload a video, I'm pretty sure you can do it with live streaming as well. How do I do this? Okay, so when you go into your video, like you can see the captions already set up here. I've already done it for this video. You can just go ahead and like edit the video. So, all right, so how do we edit this video? Oh, here. So edit video, and you'll see an option that's called subtitles and captions. When you click on it, if you don't have it, you can click auto generate and it generates it for you. And then you can go ahead and edit it. So I can click here and just basically clean up the auto generated script. So it takes me a few minutes to go in here and just fix any small mistakes that it comes up with. It's probably loading slowly now because we have a StreamYard happening in the background there. But yeah, see, like all the text is here. You can just basically watch the video and just fix any mistakes that you find here. So it's pretty good. Facebook does a pretty good job, but you can go in and just clean up any mistakes here yourself.
Okay.
So that's one thing.
That's cool.
So you do that, you clean it up, and then you can create a workflow that says, and say Facebook teaser, Facebook page. I'm going to call it a teaser video. I don't know what else to call it. The Dropbox. So I'm going to choose my Facebook Live videos, and same thing, choose my Facebook page. And this time, instead of uploading the full video, I'm going to do a snippet. So this is going to give me the opportunity to create a clip from my video. I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to say upload the video, but not the full episode, just a snippet to, say, Dropbox for now. So when I do that, and I click on the View Videos button, again, all your videos will show up here. I only have one on my page. So I can click on this, and bear with me, this is our test site. So you kind of come up this, and you click play, and what it does is it loads your live video, and it lets you kind of grab this little green bar here and just choose, let's say, I don't know, like a 1 minute. Let's say I want to do like a 30-second or 45-second clip. So I can take this 45-second clip and say, oh, wow, this is awesome. Give it some kind of headline or whatever you want. And then you can also like watch that snippet. But basically, you pick the segment that you want and say create. And I can do this multiple times. So one video, I can turn it into like 5 different teaser clips, 10 or 20, as much as I want. And then I can go publish. And you have 2 options here. You can have the captions that we did on Facebook from here automatically burned into the video, or you can just have your own subtitle. It's cooler to do with captions. It just has a better effect. So if you're doing captions, I'm going to just go ahead and say download the captions from Facebook and hit them. And very quickly, it should start processing. Yeah, it's processing. We'll give it a few minutes. So what's going to do, if it takes longer than 30 seconds, I'm going to just show you the final product. I already have one downloaded. But let's see.
You can't even tell. Like, I am so blown away by this, because my immediate thought was, by being able to do the snippets, my mind assumed that it was going to be just like the very beginning, you know? So I love the fact we can pull it up and find the exact spot that we want to create the snippet for.
And you can make,
oh my gosh,
you can make 10 snippets of that episode, and then you tease them out. Now,
I already know what I'm using it for. I already know what I'm going to be using this for, big time.
Yeah. So I'm just going to load up a sample that I've done earlier. So this is still a work in progress. It should be released soon, but basically, so what we did here.
Oh, so the caption down the bottom.
So the caption is burnt into the video. I didn't show you all the settings, but I chose a vertical video. So this is a vertical video that's compatible with Instagram TV. It burned in the headline that I put in there. It burned in the captions automatically. So all I need, and this file will show up in my Dropbox. And then all I need to do is go and grab it and go to igtv.com or whatever the website is and upload it to Instagram. So yeah, I've turned a clip. It's got a progress bar showing you how long the progress is of that video. And you can customize the background color, the text color. I didn't show you all the settings, but basically the idea is that you can take existing content from Facebook. If you have captions, great. We'll burn them in there for you. If you don't, that's okay. You can put a little sub headline below here, and we'll burn that into it. And then you can make a vertical video. So this is a vertical video is compatible with your Instagram TV, which is a lot of people are told that Instagram is the way to go, and you want to be on Instagram. So to get videos on Instagram or Instagram TV, you need to be in vertical format. Otherwise, they won't let you upload it. So this makes the vertical video, or you can make a square version of this, where it basically cuts it off here and here. So you have a square video that's compatible with LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. So it's basically repurposing a regular traditional live video or uploaded video that's in horizontal format into different file formats, but also with in a more engaging fashion, especially if you're doing clips. So you have a captivating headline on top, and you have captions burnt in, so somebody can watch, consume without having to listen to the audio. They're still gaining. People on their phones, sometimes they're in a place where they can't listen, but they see a clip on social.
Like at work,
yeah, and then they see a clip on social media. They're scrolling their phones, like, oh, what's this? What's Hani up to now? They watch the video, they gain value from it because they got the captions burnt in, and without having to even turn on the audio. So this style of video is getting really popular now. So we got a lot of requests asking, can we make these style of videos and repurpose? And in a couple of weeks, the answer will be yes. So you can do vertical, which is awesome for Instagram TV, and or you can do square, and you can do both if you want to.
Yeah, this is so cool. One thing two things I like about it, three things I like about it is that the header on the top is bigger, so it does stand out. It's like you said, like Gary Vee, like this is his style, right? He does this on all of his videos. And then the captioning is, first of all, it can stand out because it's not around like over our bodies. And so it's all by itself, and it's a larger font than normal, like the normal captioning. So just to be clear on this, so the only work there's two steps that a person has to do really, if they want the captioning, is you go to Facebook and you add the captioning to your video. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. And to do that, I believe you need to be on a page. I don't know if you have that ability on groups. I think
you're right.
Maybe groups, I'm not sure, but for sure pages, because pages always gets all the love from Facebook. So.
Right. Yes, so you do that, and then after that, if you want the caption, after that, then you would go into repurpose and pull your video up, and then size it, like tell it what teaser you want, and then the captioning though, because you had already downloaded the caption from Facebook, it's basically embedded in the video, I'm assuming, and so it pulls that captioning in automatically for you.
Yeah, you tell it. Yeah, so I'm making a second clip here. I'm gonna say, when I hit public, I just tell it, hey, I want you to download the captions from Facebook, and it will download from Facebook.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then you just give it a title. This is amazing. And so you can do this for the whole episode. I just showed you can do with a clip, but if you wanted to take your whole Facebook Live and get all the captions done and just publish the whole thing in that style of video, you can do that too. But it doesn't only work with clips or teasers, it works with the full episode. You can have a hour-long video with the captions burnt on the bottom as well, depending where you want to go with that video. So I know there are limits on Instagram TV and there's limits on LinkedIn. I think they're about 10 minutes for most people, 10-minute limit. So that's why we added the ability to trim it down, because if you want to go to LinkedIn and you have a 30-minute episode, you probably want to break it down into 10-minute chunks or at least smaller snippets to tease the video.
Right. Oh, and I do have a question. So does it also repurpose to LinkedIn?
Repurpose to LinkedIn is also in the works.
Okay.
So right now we have this Dropbox or Google Drive so that you can send all the files there, and then you got to do the manual step of uploading to Instagram TV or LinkedIn. But soon we will have LinkedIn pages. So they don't allow third-party software like Repurpose to upload to your personal feed on LinkedIn, at least not yet. I've been talking with the developing team, like the support team on the developer side, and they said Right now, only pages supported. Down the road, they plan on adding the ability for us to upload. But otherwise, you can upload to a page, a company page, they call it, which is equal to a
Okay.
Facebook page. And then you can always share it to your personal profile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
so
so
that's coming probably in a couple of weeks after this. So probably in about a month or so from now, we'll have LinkedIn. So now we have Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Dropbox, Google Drive. So you can send them to those places. And then we are working on LinkedIn as well, LinkedIn company pages, so you can upload there as well.
wow. I love this. This is so fantastic because again, I'm all about saving time and saving, aggravation, plus being able to add things that I wasn't doing because you've made it simple.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I see. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and this, I mean, I probably didn't do a great job explaining because it was just literally just testing it this morning. Like this is fresh off the press. So I played with it for like a few hours this morning. So
Yeah.
the whole, once you kind of wrap your head around, if you're seeing repurpose for the first time, and don't feel overwhelmed. I'm trying to say, you can use Linda's link. You can try it out. You can do it. We have a trial, so you can try that out. Get a feel for it. There's some videos that will walk you through when you first sign up. It may look overwhelming, sound overwhelming. Maybe I went too fast because I've been doing this for 2 years. But just trust me. Try it out and get the hang of what a connection is, what a workflow is. And then honestly, you'll start thinking, wow, you know what? I can send this to here, and then that to here, and then that to here. And you get all excited because you're like, wow, the possibilities, the doors just open. You can do so much with where you can send content. And then one thing I didn't mention is you can also take a video off your hard drive, upload it to Google Drive, and then tell Repurpose to grab it from there.
Oh, wow.
So you don't have to start with Facebook. I recommend you start with Facebook because you have a video on Facebook, which is huge value there. And then especially with the captions feature, they make it super easy to caption. They'll generate about 90% of it for you. You just got to go in and fix a couple mistakes. But if you don't want to put it on Facebook, that's cool. You can put it on a Dropbox folder and then make a workflow that says, hey, grab this audio file from Dropbox, convert it to a video, send it here. Or grab this video file. So you can use Dropbox or Google Drive as inputs to the system as well.
That's cool. So you're not limited to doing only one way. And what I like about it too is that when I talk to you, I always get these new ideas of different things I can do. So it's not just about like how to do it, but it's about the different ideas, excuse me, that I get to do, different things I can do with my business, how I can push stuff out there. So, wow. Anything that I did not ask you that I should have asked you?
Wow. I don't know. I think once people start using it, try it out, they'll have more questions, I'm sure. And you can leave comments here in this live stream. I'm happy to, I'm part of it. So I'll see all the comments and I'm happy to reply. Or you can send an email to me or tag me or message me or send an email to our support team. We're here. We've been doing this for a couple of years with Repurpose. And I think, honestly, the feedback has been A, time saver, and B, once you kind of understand what a connection versus a workflow is, then it's like, wow, you feel free. Like, I'm just going to make 10 of these things, one to go here, one to go there. Why not, right?
Yeah.
And the pricing is not expensive. It's like our biggest plan is $20 a month. So it's not even
not expensive at all. Yeah.
You can't pay a virtual assistant that amount of money to do all this work for you.
For sure. Oh, and then there was something also, because I love how you said you can do, like if you have certain keywords or whatever that you can have. So like maybe you do one fashion of video, like a segment or whatever, and it's only 10 of that one. And so you only want those 10 to go out. Like you can use a keyword every time in that video so that it goes out. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
you can use a hashtag. So for example, like let's say you do a live stream on the weekend and you're with your family and you accidentally go to your page, like you send it to your page, you live stream to your page. You don't want that to go to YouTube, let's say. So you can set up rules that say only send videos with hashtag Linda show, or whatever you want. Then Repurpose will kick in and do its magic then. So that's more of an advanced feature, but but it allows you to keep the auto publish on without being worried that it's going to publish everything. You leave auto publish and only look for the keyword in your title or your description once you go live or you upload a video, and then it does its magic right after.
It really is awesome, you guys. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Patty says, I love simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Valerie says, no, you did great. And you did. You made it very simple. And you were talking about the new feature. And then Jessica, thank you, Linda and Hani, for sharing Repurpose. It's awesome. It really is just an awesome platform, you guys. Get out there, try out. There's a free trial, livingliveinc.com/repurpose. Go check it out. It's absolutely amazing. And I'll bring Hani back. So people, it's like they said, yes, we want to have him come back and show us how to start a podcast. So we'll schedule that, Hani, and we'll do that at a later date.
Sounds great. Well, I appreciate all the questions, and I hope you don't feel overwhelmed, because it really, initially it might feel overwhelming, but once you try it, and honestly, if you can't figure it out, there's a help button right in the app. You can reach out to us, to me, the support team. We'll get you going, and I think you'll love it. If you're doing content more than once a week, on something regular, audio, video, live, whatever it is, it's going to save you a ton of time and also get you on the different platforms.
Yes, definitely. Awesome. Let's see really quick, see what they have here. Oh, they say free trial. Yay. And thank you. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much, Hani, for being here and for doing what you do, because I know it saved me a lot of hours upon hours. And so I want to thank you and continuing to make it better and better and better. I'm excited to use the new feature coming out when it does come out, because I totally see how I'm going to be able to use this for my book launch. I'm totally 100% going to be able to use this for my book launch and have those teasers that I've been talking about, having teasers. But this is going to make it just much more interesting and a better way for me to share the product that we have coming out. So thank you so much for what you do. I really do appreciate it. And you have a great day. And everybody, we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye, Linda. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.